Hey everybody, Bug Eater back with another video. So this week I'm taking you along on a hunt around several different locations. Those include a yard in Omaha, a demolished building in Omaha, as well as a park in Georgia where I took a trip for work recently. So there was a ton of cool stuff to be found, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So I've just started onto a new yard. I have gotten two interesting targets not far from each other. First one is a set of keys, two pretty crusty aluminum ones, and then these are most likely modern, but the other one, another set of keys, but this one is much cooler. These are old GM keys from the 60s or 70s, so not super old finds, but still very cool. So let's see if we get something else. Well, it has been a bit slow going today, but here's a nickel from 1946. Just a Jefferson, but an older coin, so I'll take it. So let's see if we get something else. Well, here's an old coin, 1940, with a very green look to it. But I'll take a wheat penny, so let's see if we get something else. Well, would you look at that? We've got us a little silver down there. You want to get that out and clean it up? Can't tell what that is. Oh, it's a mercury dime.
Is the date gonna be over here?
Yeah, the date's gonna be right under the bust. I think I see it already.
'41.
Oh, nice. Yeah, 1941. I think I can see it now too. You could rub that one now. It's a pretty common date. How does it feel to find silver?
Good. It's so shiny.
It is very shiny. It doesn't corrode.
It's much shinier than all the zinc pennies.
We don't like zinc pennies. That is a nice looking dime you got there. Congratulations. When we get it cleaned up, we will give you a close-up. So here's that mercury dime all cleaned up, 1941, and it is nicked pretty bad. Maybe this was like run over with a car or something. It's a Denver mint mark on the back, but that's an awesome find. So let's see if we get something else. Well, we've got us another wheat penny. This one's very crusty, 1945. I think there's an estimate mark on it, but it's a cool find. Let's see if we get something else. This hit like a zinc penny. That is not a penny, that's a nickel, and that is very, very shiny. That is gonna be a war nickel, I can already tell you. Oh, beautiful condition with an S mint mark. Let's see what we have for a date. Looks like a date of 1945, so 1945 with an S mint mark. Silver number 2 for us today, so let's see if we get something else. So we've got a ton of torn up sidewalks. I'm in my second square, and would you look at that? That is fancy and very green. Oh, it's covered in gemstones. This is really cool. I think it was, yeah, that looks like a clasp to be some sort of pin at some point, but it looks a little bit fragile, so I'm going to clean it up and I'll loop you back in. Well, here it is all cleaned up. That is one gorgeous brooch. It's got a very early look to it, probably early 1900s if I had to guess, but that is a super cool find. I will certainly take it. So let's see if we get something else. Well, here's another piece of old stuff. We've got us what appears to be some sort of old lipstick tube, and I see a logo on it that says Tangy. So I recognize this one. This dates to like the 1920s or so. So this is a pretty old find for this neighborhood, but I will certainly take it. So let's see if we get something else. Well, the sun's going down, so the flash is coming on. I see a green penny right down in the hole. It hit 89, so I'm guessing probably a wheat. Is that a wheat? I believe that is a wheat penny. So first one out of this tear out. Doesn't look super old, but let's see what we have for a date. $1957, it looks like, with a Denver mint mark. Not a super old coin, but I'll certainly take it. Let's see if we get something else. So I have moved into a yard and just pulled up this. This is a very cool old key. It is from the Independent Lock Company. I don't have an exact date range on it, but it looks like it's from the 40s. So pretty original to the house, maybe even the original house key. So let's see if we get something else. So here is a wheat penny Looks a little bit green. The date is 1941, but actually older than the house that I'm hunting, so pretty cool find. Let's see if we get something else. So here's another penny. It was not far from the other wheat penny. This one's very crusty, but there is the 1 cent in wheat ears, so it's another wheat penny. Probably not a super old one like the last one, but let's see what we have for a date. I think I see 1940 something. 1944 or 5 maybe. Still a cool find. Let's see if we get something else. So here is another wheat penny. This one, the date is 1944. It has a Denver mint mark on it, but it's a cool find. Let's see if we get something else. So I've moved on to a construction site. They're tearing down a very old building here, and we've got a very green wheat penny in the hole. Oh yeah, look at the color on that. Let's see what we have for a date on it. Looks like a pretty clean one. Struggling with this one. Can't really read it all too well. It is very chilly, so it's a little bit tough to see, but I believe I see 1942 at the Denver mint mark. Cool find though. Let's see if we get something else. Well, the light's on. I just flipped up this. That's a shank on the back, and this is some sort of button. It's made of brass. I don't see any design on this whatsoever. It's a convex of some sort. Maybe the back of a two-piece, but I don't see any sort of lettering on it. This could actually just be a plain flat button, just bent up a bit. That is an interesting find nonetheless, so I'll certainly take it. So let's see if we get something else. Well, that's a green coin down in the hole. Hit in the 80s, and I see 1 cent. So just a wheat penny. See what we have for a date on it. Looks like a 1919 maybe? Yeah, 1919. I'll certainly take it though. Let's see if we get something else. Well, the sun is starting to go down, but we have another old looking penny. It's another wheat penny. Let's see what the date on this one is. It's another pretty green one, so it could be another older date. However, I think I see 1944, so not all that old. Still cool though. Let's see if we get something else. Well, this one was down a little bit deeper. I just pulled up this brass bit here, and it appears to be what used to be an old bridal rosette. There would have been an attachment on the back. This is probably just the face, but it's a pretty cool find, so let's see if we get something else. It's gotten very dark. Way down where my pinpointer is, I just pulled up that. It says motor vehicle something, and I see a date in the 20s. I'm not going to clean this one in the field, but I will loop you back in when it is cleaned up. But it's a cool find. Let's see if we get something else. So here's the big aluminum disc all cleaned up. It is dated in 1920 down here, and it is actually a metal motor vehicle registration. It is super encrusted, so I'm probably going to put this into oxalic acid when I get home. But that is a really cool find, so I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. Well, we've got us another coin. Hit about 90. I cannot tell if that is a wheat or what it is in the low light. I will get this to the car and shine a light on it, and if it is old, I will loop you back in. If not, let's see if we get something else. So here's that mystery penny. It is a 1918. Alongside it, we've got a 1952 nickel. So cool old coins here, so let's see if we get something else. Hey everybody, Bug Eater back with another wrap-up from several short hunts. We'll start off with the relics. I got onto 2 key spills. The first one appears to be from the 70s, and it's this first 4 here. Other one, also probably from the 70s, is these 2 GM keys. I also got onto a Tangy lipstick tube from the 30s, a super early flat button. It's just a plain one, nothing on the face. I also got onto a bridal rosette, probably going back to the 1800s, a motor vehicle registration tag from Georgia. This one's dated 1920, as well as a super beautiful brooch. It's just brass, but it's got a ton of stones in it. And then onto the coins, we got a ton of wheat pennies. The dates are 1957, 48, 45, 44, 42, 41, 40. The 2 oldest are a 1918 and a 1919. I got a pair of older Jefferson nickels. The dates are 1952 and 1946. I got onto a war nickel dated 1945. This one's got an S mint mark on the back. And my fiance pulled her first ever silver coin all by herself. I am so proud of her for this one. A mercury dime dated 1941. And here's the back of that. with a Denver mint mark. But that was our hunt, guys. Thanks again for coming along. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Bug Eater, signing out.